Another minute. Don't
Good
rush
evening
me.
and welcome back to Let's Play
Rush me,
Dreamfall
sis.
Chapters.
That's hilarious,
When we
that
left
is.
off last time,
Hush.
we had an argument with Reza, we skipped over to a baby named Saga, and now we are back to Kian, who is in the rebel encampment, and we need to meet up with our team. So we met Enu. We need to find Liko, Jakai, and Once Blind Bob. So let's talk to everybody else hanging out here.
Whoever wins plays against me next, okay? Prepare to be...
Our water
looks somewhat
tanks are
familiar.
running dangerously low,
Have I seen
and
him
I smell
before?
no rain
Have you?
on the wind. You'll need to go up to the rock tonight to fill the barrels. Take Anik with you, and Ina also. They've both been begging for a mission. She'll keep guard while the two of you hoist the barrels. I'm told our baskets are empty, save for that awful flatbread. A poor breakfast wreaks havoc on morale. We'll need another crate of beer bread from Harold in Old Town. Mind you pick up biscuits, and a few pastries too. Preferably the ones with fermented sunberries.
Those are his favorites, eh?
Nothing better for an empty stomach in the morning than fermented sunberries. Gets the gears moving, that does.
He looks somewhat familiar. Have I seen him before?
Maybe he's one of the guys we need to talk to.
The Resistance. A year ago I fought them. Today, I'm one of them. They're a scruffy lot, these rebels. How can they really expect to win against my people?
Well, determination does a lot.
Truth be told, they may not look like much and they don't have the resources, but they won't give up until the Azadi are gone, or their resistance is dead. The Resistance.
Alright.
A year ago I fought
What about
them.
this guy? Anything different?
Today, they're a scruffy lot,
Nope.
these rebels. How can they really expect to win against my people?
Aha! Old rebels. So this is probably, I'm gonna guess, Once Blind Bob, maybe? Let's talk to him.
Kian Alvane, soldier, apostle, assassin. I expected someone taller.
Really?
Never you mind. Welcome to the movement for the liberation of Marcuria and the Northlands. Welcome to the bloody resistance.
Well, thank you.
How's your back? Eh?
The herbs helped.
Aye, she knows her stuff, our Zidmari medic, and she was concerned for you. Sat with you until your fever passed. Never left your side. I'd say she was sweet on you, but it wasn't even that. It was like she was paying back a debt.
I mean, also, you guys invested a
I'm the
lot into
general,
procuring me in the
me.
first place.
I run this place. You got a problem with logic sticks, you come to me. Your bunk ain't soft enough or hard enough, the general's your man. Not happy with your rations? Call on the general. Maybe that stuff ain't as important as intercepting communiques or assassinating Azadi, but this place don't run itself either. Got any questions, soldier?
He gets a character page. All these other people like Queenie and everybody else, they don't get a character page. But this guy does. Alright, so he seemed familiar. Have we
I
met
have
before?
a feeling I've seen this man before. He wasn't wearing a uniform and he wasn't a general, but his voice and his face.
I don't remember him, but let's talk to him and then maybe I will.
Do I know you from somewhere?
Well, I can't imagine you would, unless you're from around here, and you're clearly not. In my former life, I didn't have much contact with the Azadi outside of bars and card tables. And you don't look like you visit either of them very often. In my new life, I've been mostly stationed here at headquarters. We don't see a lot of Azadi visitors.
What's your name?
Perhaps in Marcuria.
No, I don't see how we could have met there. You must have me confused with someone else. Carry on, laddie. Oh, and make us proud, damn it.
We're not done talking. I don't get to ask him the other questions?
Now, laundry.
Dang it. Alright, let's see what we got here. This is Blind Bob. Theoretically, Blind Bob was until recently a con man and beggar, famous for using his theoretical Oh, that's right. Okay, I do remember that. A beggar who wasn't really blind, his theoretical blindness to earn coin to sate his thirst. Then one day, something remarkable happened. After a chance encounter with Zoe Castillo on her first journey to Arcadia, he had an awakening. One might say that his eyes were finally opened, and Blind Bob became Bob Who Can See. Bob began to realize that in his life he'd served no one but himself. Now that his home was under threat from a tyrannical occupant, he finally had an opportunity to repay his crime of negligence, and so he rose from the filth he slept in, stood straight, and joined the rebel movement. Now Bob has shed his beggaring shell, he's risen like the phoenix from the ashes. He's burned his stinky rags and donned the uniform of a Northland soldier, blossoming into an honorary general of the resistance, a stunning strategist and a glorious leader capable of instilling fire and venom in his fellow rebels, and a fierce commander of bog duty, laundry service, and rations. Once Blind Bob has become, in a word, epic. Well, good for him.
Sheets reek
All
of
right,
death,
and he is
and I've seen bloated blood
someone we
bugs
needed to
in the
talk to,
communal
so-
baths. It's unsanitary, is what that is. You'll gather the bedclothes tonight and boil them for at least a couple of hours. That ought to take care of the nasty little buggers. With any luck, tomorrow everyone can get a decent night's sleep without being bitten half to death.
See, this is a good reminder, though. You see things like this, Marcuria, and it has magic and everything, and you think, oh, how wonderful, wouldn't that be a great place to live? But then you hear something like that, and you realize they haven't got washing machines, they have to boil stuff for hours to keep bugs from biting them at night. Yikes. There's a lot of conveniences that you would lose to live in a place like this. Okay, that, I believe, is Liko, so we are not going to talk to him yet. Ooh, stairs going down. We'll come back to that.
Truth be told, they may not look like much and they don't have the resources, but they won't give up until the Azadi are gone.
Alright, cannot
or
talk
their
to either
resistance
of
is
you.
dead.
This is, ooh, a well-dressed rebel, so this one's going to be someone important.
That one looks better dressed than most of the other rebels. He doesn't quite fit in.
Maybe he's Jakai then.
I don't think that one has seen a lot of field combat. That one looks better dressed than most of the other rebels. He doesn't quite fit in.
Hoi, Alvane Dar. It's an honor seeing your eyes.
Back at ya.
If he has something to say to me, he will say it.
It's kind of fun that we get the choice. We can make an effort and kind of continue Kian along his journey of expanding beyond what he's learned, all that he's ever known, being Azadi, and learning more about the Northlands folk. Or we can just be a jerk. A sulky, resistant jerk.
Dar is an honorific in Azadir, and Hoi a common greeting. He must have had interactions with Azadi, or studied the language and culture.
Okay, so then this guy is actually going out of his way to make an effort to address us in a way that would potentially make us more comfortable. It would be so mean to just stay silent. We don't need to be standoffish and aloof.
Who taught you the proper Azadi form of address?
Oh, I did business with with the Azadi for several years. Until my aunt's tavern was shut down and she was arrested. Until I learned what was really happening. You took part in that raid. At the Journeyman Inn.
Oh.
Benreem Salmin is my mother's sister.
Okay.
She raised me after my mother died. I took her surname.
I remember Benreem.
I'm Jakai. Jakai Salmin.
I arrested his aunt, but apologizing won't do anything to change that.
It won't change that she was arrested, but it will go a long way towards smoothing things between the two of us in the future. And there's a lot to be said for just acknowledging when you've done wrong, right? That's important. People will be more likely to trust you if you can acknowledge and say, I did this before and I regret it now. I've changed my opinion on things since. Like, okay. If you just move on and don't comment on it, then it feels like you haven't really thought things through and maybe you don't really have a change in perspective now. That's
I
no
was
good.
following orders when I arrested his aunt, but that doesn't absolve me of responsibility.
It doesn't, but it could still be beneficial for him to hear it, so...
Your aunt was harboring rebels. I was under orders to arrest her. I'm sorry for what happened to her.
Your aunt is a strong and honorable woman.
Oh, I don't blame you, Dar. Neither does my aunt. In fact, it was her idea to break you out. She knows you'll be an asset to us. You know, I only joined the Resistance less than a year ago. Before that, I was a businessman, and my customers were mostly Azadi.
I don't have time to listen to his story now.
I don't care if there's time or not. If I can listen to people's stories, I'm listening
He
to
obviously
people's
wants
stories.
to tell me his story. I should let him.
Yes, you should.
It was good business. I profited from the occupation.
Oh.
I made a lot of money.
He's feeling guilty.
It shames me to admit it now, but I actually believed in the Azadi. What they were saying made sense. Even the things they say about magicals.
Really?
For a while, I blamed them for everything. I even went so far as to join the National Front for Faith and Family. Do you know who they are? Azadi collaborators. Anti-magical crusaders. Turncoats. I'm not proud of that.
But see, this is important. Now we know more about him, who he was. And it's the kind of thing like if it came out later that, oh, well, he used to do this. And now, instead of being suspicious of him and thinking, oh, he used to be a Azadi sympathizer, not just profiting because they were there and he could, but even more so that he was allied with the people who were racist against the magicals. Instead, now he's come out and told us, I did this thing before and I really regret it, but that's not who I am now. Like, okay, now I'm more likely to trust him if I learn, like if we come across anyone who dealt with him before when he was on the other side, right? So it's good to talk about these things, get it out in the open.
This story seems important to him. He needs to get this off his chest. I should let him continue.
We should also, yeah, we should let him continue. He's someone in the group we're working with now, and it's good to know what we can about all the people that we're going to be working with. So it's beneficial to know his motivations.
But then, when my aunt was detained and sentenced to 5 years in Cold Stone...
Oh, suddenly it was personal, huh?
It changed everything. Opened my eyes. I realized it wasn't the magicals who were at fault. It was the Azadi. It was us. Those of us who didn't speak up or take action. Those of us who'd betrayed our own.
I think I've heard enough of his story.
No, we haven't.
He's obviously looking for redemption. Why he thinks he'll find that with me, I have no idea. But I should not encourage him further.
Well, obviously he thinks that he'll find it with you because you also realize the error of the Azadi way and are now working against it. You're in the same boat.
He really wants to get this off his chest. I understand. I'll let him finish his story.
I sought out the resistance, and now here I am, with all these brave people, like Anu.
Why do you
she's
mention
great,
it?
isn't she? I'm really impressed with how she holds up. Boy, the Zid are really striking people. So pretty.
I see.
Anyway, that's my story.
It's quite a story.
Isn't it, though? I'm glad to have you with us, Dar. It'll make a huge difference. You have my support.
Well, thank you.
I should be getting ready for tonight.
Of course, Alvane Dar. Kian. I'm sorry for going on and on. Good luck out there.
Good luck to you as well. I kind of want to ask her about this guy who's so interested in her. Has she picked up on that? What does she think about it?
Come on, guys, make a move already. This game is... I'm sure the others would love to say hello. I know Jakai's been dying to meet you. The General, too. And Liko... Well, not so much Liko.
Yeah, I know.
Are you ready yet?
Give me another minute.
After
Don't
you've met
rush me.
everyone, Shepard will tell you about
Rush
our
me,
mission.
he says.
All
That's
right.
hilarious, that is.
When Shepard's briefed
Hush.
you, we'll meet Liko downstairs in the caves. We're taking a boat into Old Town. A tiny, tiny boat. That thing's a death trap, I'm telling you.
That's very
Whoever
reassuring.
wins plays against me next. I'm sure the others would love to say hello. I know
Okay, that's
Jakai's
all
been
she's
dying
got.
to meet you. The General, too. And Liko...
Okay, so these are back where we came from.
This one leads the magical resistance. She's a Samare. I've never met their kind before. She's a striking creature.
You have recovered well, Kian.
It's
Your
hard not
wounds
to
were
admire
deep.
her beauty and
You are
poise.
strong.
You brought me back to life. I'm still not sure why or what for.
We would not have saved you if we did not believe in you.
The Dalmari does not agree.
The Dalmari has a name, and Liko has his reasons. You may want to speak with him.
I'll speak with him.
And what if he's right? What if I'm not the man you think I am?
It doesn't matter, Kian. You have been born again. You can become the man you want to be. Not everyone gets a chance at redemption, to undo the damage they have done and to shape their own future.
The captain said the same thing, only with different words.
So maybe you should take it to heart.
He was a man who spoke his mind, and spoke freely. I never met anyone who cursed as colorfully as he did. It was truly a thing of beauty. But he too had a past that haunted him. He was a lot like you. With us, he was given a second chance, a rebirth, an opportunity for redemption to atone for his sins. And he did.
I'm caught between worlds, part of neither. I don't belong here. I don't belong anywhere.
Then you have to create a space for yourself. And here's as good a place as any. They want us here, so why not?
For the time being, I can do more here than I can anywhere else.
Yeah, that seems likely to be true.
I will try not to disappoint you.
I have faith.
Don't talk to me about faith, Shepard.
Faith is everything.
Faith can lead you astray.
Blind faith, yes. But faith can also lead you back to life. We will help you open your eyes. Kian, would you share your story with me?
All right.
I have heard only fragments, rumors. I know there's more to it.
I want to put the past behind me. I remember it. That's enough for now. She means well, and I will hide nothing from her, but until I know the way forward, I'm not looking back.
I don't think... no. We need to be forthcoming with these people.
She saved me,
Yes, she did.
gave me a second chance at life. She has faith in me, even when I've abandoned all hope. If anyone deserves the whole story, it's her.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Of course, Shepard. Before all this, I was the Apostle. Back home in Azadir, I was loved and feared. I laid waste to our enemies in the name of the goddess. A little over a year ago, I was summoned by the Six, our empresses. They commanded me to travel across the sea to the occupied territories of the Northlands. I was to find and kill the rebel leader known as the Scorpion. He had murdered many Trueborn, and he stood in the way of our mission. I had always been taught that magic was evil, an affront to the laws of nature and to the goddess. I'd been told that the magical races were dangerous and immoral. But when I arrived here in the Northlands and met the people of Marcuria, well, magicals were not the simple monsters of my childhood tales. Magic wasn't simply a tool for evildoers. It was a lot more complex. Then I met April Ryan, rebel leader. Of course, I didn't know it then. She was a stranger, our meeting accidental. But I know now that it was meant to happen. She was strong and honorable and good. She stood up to me. She questioned my beliefs, my faith, my mission. Her strength made me question everything. But I still went after the Scorpion and the Resistance, blindly, on faith. I finally tracked down the Scorpion. April Ryan. Infidel. Terrorist. Leader of the Resistance. Nothing made sense. But a choice had been made. The consequences were inevitable. My own people had me followed. My blind faith led them straight to her. To April. They killed her. Decimated the Resistance. Sentenced me to death. For a year I rotted away in Friar's Keep. I was already dead, a walking corpse. I had lost everything. I'd given up. But now I have the opportunity to redeem myself and my nation, to help rebuild the Resistance, to avenge April Ryan, and to bring justice to those I have hurt. For that I'm grateful.
Of course. Thank you. When you've spoken with the others and are ready to leave, come see me again.
Well, he does do a very good job of owning up to his previous mistakes. Gotta give him that.
Preparations are still being made for this evening. You should use the opportunity to speak with the others and familiarize yourself with the Enclave.
Anything else?
We're still making preparations. You should use this time to get to know the others in the Resistance.
One more.
We're still making
Okay.
preparations. You should
Alright, Liko, you gotta just wait a minute. Let's see what's downstairs. So these are the caves we'll be going into later, I assume. They said to meet down here. It's an interesting kind of doorway, isn't it? Everything else is like proper and decorated, has a door, but this has all these rocks like it was more recently chiseled out. I'm guessing it was. Okay, and this is the boat. We're gonna put how many people on this boat? Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm almost ready to talk to you, Liko, but not quite yet. I do want to just run through these side passages.
Come on,
Just to make sure that there's nothing there now that we talk to our gal in the middle. Like maybe something opened up after that. All these people who would not talk to me before.
The Resistance. A year ago I fought them. Today, I'm one of them.
Not really looking like, oh, I can't sneak through that part. I bet I can get through here. Yeah, there we go. Nothing to say? What about you two?
I'm glad to see you're up and about. Most gambled on the fever taking you. I won quite a few iron pieces, to be honest.
Is it true that Captain Bakim sacrificed his life to free you from Friar's Keep? He was a good man. I hope it was worth it. How do we know we can trust you? You're still a Zardi. Nothing will ever change that.
Alright, we're good here. I think it's time to talk to Liko. He's gonna say a lot of hostile things, I'm sure.
That one doesn't much like me.
He certainly does
Liko,
not.
a Dolmari. That one doesn't much
So
like
the
me.
Apostle has finally risen. A shame the fever didn't kill you. We'd all be better off.
It would be
Even
worse.
greater shame that a good man had to die for you to live.
Would you rather a good man had died for me to just die from a fever? I mean, isn't it better that at least he accomplished what he was trying to accomplish and he's got me here? Come on now, Liko.
He hates me. But why wouldn't he? His people has caused mine suffering and death, and we have returned the favor twofold. We will always be enemies.
Ah, that's a useless mindset to take to it. You don't have to always be enemies. It's just going to be tougher to be friends. We can at least be cordial to each other. At the very least, even if Liko is set on always hating us, we retain a moral high ground if we can talk to him courteously and be open to the possibility of being friendly to him.
I'm certain again that I have seen this Dolmari before.
There's no need to respond with mutual hostility, though. That's just going to make the situation worse.
No matter the circumstances, I will never let anyone speak to me in that way.
That just feels a little at odds with so much of what he's been suffering with so much self-doubt. Right? He's taken a huge blow. Everything that he believed in, the things that he has fought for, like his whole life, it all came crashing down. And he's feeling kind of lost and unsure of what's true and what he needs to do, right? So to maintain this kind of pride, that doesn't seem to me the mindset that he would really be in at this point. I think more, he lost everything. He's been very humbled. So, but we're not going to ignore either. We're going to go with this option.
Again that I've seen this Dolmari before.
We have met before, Dolmari. I know it.
We have. I wouldn't expect you to remember where. I'm sure it mattered little to you. Just one more blue face amongst the thousands you have murdered.
It matters enough that you're familiar.
Like
I remember that
from
much.
The west, from the great continent we call Antigua Aba, land of the setting sun. The place your people call Mihadmir, and in Azadir, as though through occupation you came to possess it.
You are of the Azad Dolmari tribes.
I am of the Dol Antigua, the Western Dolmari, first of my people. And yes, we have met before. Apostle Alvani.
Just tell me where I
You
get it
murdered
over.
my father in front of me.
Oh, well, there we
If it
go.
hadn't been for my mother holding me back, I would have torn your throat out. And then neither of us would be here today. We faced each other again years afterwards. But I'm sure you have no memory of that either. After all, what's another filthy magical? You made me who I am today. And someday soon, I will unmake you. But I swore to Shepard that I'd set my private grievances aside. For now. Unlike you, I keep my oaths. But if I ever suspect you plan to betray us like you betrayed your own, I will not hesitate. I will kill you. And once this war is over, we'll settle our accounts. You will pay for my father's death, my mother's grief, and my people's suffering. Mark my words, Butcher. Your days are counted.
Okay, actually, I think that was a really good conversation to have. I feel so much more understanding for this guy and where he's coming from with his hostility, right?
Liko is a Dolmari from Azadir. We've been at war with his tribes for as long as anyone can remember.
It made a lot of sense, everything he said there. Okay, we killed his dad in front of him. He's got excellent reason to hate us. Even if we have switched sides now, he still has reason to hate us. It's a very, very good personal reason. Understandable. His hostility, entirely understandable. Now I understand why, I can see why, even though everyone else in the Resistance said, let's get this Kian, we can use him on our side, it'll be awesome. He would be like, no it won't, right? Okay, excellent. No, I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks that this guy really super wants to kill us, but he's got a pretty valid reason, so yeah, I get where he's coming from. Much more sympathy for him. Okay. I mean, I'm still hoping that how possibly we can work together and still maybe... Alright. In real life, would this ever work out? I don't know. In real life, could you really become friends with someone who killed your father? Don't know about that. But within the game, I can hold out hope that we can become... At least we maybe reach a point where he doesn't want to kill us anymore. Okay, she said talk to her. Well, okay, yeah, everyone went down, so they're all waiting there. Oh, wait. Are you going down, or are you part of the mission, or did I need to...
Small
the
stature,
second you see one of the
big in
blighted
spirit.
buggers,
That's
if
the
they
general.
got hold of our only
Okay, I think maybe he's not actually going with us on the mission. I just needed to talk to him because he's an important person. She said talk to her. They said meet down there. Let's see what my goals say. Yeah, mission from her, then we can... Well, so then if we go down and talk to everybody, that shouldn't progress things, right? Let's see if they say anything. Oh, he's not even going to let me through until I talk to her.
for you in the main hall.
Yep. Alright.
Are you ready, Kian?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Liko and Enu are joining you. They will tell you what you need to do tonight.
I'm not yet sure what they expect me to do once I'm inside the city. I'm a wanted criminal, and if any Azadi sees me, he'll sound the alarm. But I'm sure they have a plan.
I would assume they have a plan.
How do they expect me to enter the city and not be recognized, even at night? If any Azadi sees me, they'll sound the alarm in an instant.
Okay, I think the first thing is right, that they probably do have a plan, but I also think it doesn't hurt to ask them a bit about it.
How do you expect me to walk around unseen? Any Azadi will recognize me in an instant.
Of course. That's why our Zidmari sorceress made this, especially for you.
What is it?
Magic.
Ooh.
There's no escaping it here. If you want to help us, I'm afraid you must drink it.
A Bakshivan masking potion.
Not quite, but a good guess. A masking potion would last for less than an hour. This is an Irhadian veil. It remains potent for days.
It makes all but the trained eye slide off you. Unless I speak to anyone, the guards won't even notice me. I'll be like a shadow to them. It's a very potent and very costly magic. Not easy to come by.
You know your potions.
When I trained to become an apostle, I was required to learn magic. Know your enemy.
Makes sense.
I'm sure that will serve you well. Drink it before you step ashore, and the veil will conceal you. But be cautious still. Don't speak to any Azadi guards or sympathizers. Don't attract attention. And remember that those who know you intimately can always see through the veil. Liko and Enu are waiting for you down the stairs in the hidden harbor. But you can't go into Mercuria looking like that. You'll need to get dressed.
Do you have
I've
clothes
left
for me?
some clothes on your bed.
Excellent.
I trust they will fit you well.
There's a bit of a problem with your plan, though, Shepard. I like to talk to everybody.
You'll stick out like a Samari in Sadir, walking around half naked. We left some clothes for you on your bed. Get dressed before heading down to the harbor. You'll stick out like a Samari and we left...
Clothes will help a lot. Just wearing something that isn't obviously Azadi will make us blend in much more.
Those machines and metal tubes everywhere.
I hear it's some sort of weapon.
A little bird
They've left
told me
fresh
it's some
clothes
form
out
of
for me.
indoor plumbing.
Question is, will they
Just be
fit?
able to push a
She said they
button to
would,
get
and it
rid of
seems
all
likely.
They've
that.
left fresh clothes out for me. Question is, will they fit?
I mean, they bandaged us up. They've had plenty of time to get an idea of what size clothing is needed. Yeah, there you go.
If we keep losing people without winning any ground against the Azadi, I mean, what's the fucking point?
Someone needs to fight.
For how long? Until there are none of us left? Until everyone else has stopped caring?
The Magicals care.
They'll be shipped out.
Oh, we didn't see you there.
I hope your mission tonight is a success.
Well, thank you. Alright. Kind of like this outfit. Very nice. I like the color scheme. See if she has anything to say about it.
Liko and Enu are waiting for you downstairs in the caves. There is a cove with a small harbor. You'll be taking a boat to shore.
Anything else?
Don't keep Liko and Enu waiting, Kian. They are in the caves by the water. It's not hard to find. Follow the scent of salt and sound of seawater.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Don't keep Liko and... It's not...
Alright.
Well, what are you standing there for? Carry on, soldier. There's plenty to do.
Alright,
Chop,
alright.
chop.
I wanted to talk to you some more, but you're not interested. What about the younger fellow? Where'd he go? What was his name? Jack... something with a J. I lost it already. Jakai. Can we talk? No? Alright.
Jakai, nephew to the innkeeper Benrime Salmin. She's a good woman. Him, I'm not so sure of yet.
I mean, he seems likely. We don't have a reason to distrust him. He gave us his whole story. He sounds like he's probably
He's
just
pleasant
fine.
enough, but perhaps a bit ingratiating. What Jakai needs is some field experience, and scars. A warrior without scars is like a tree without fruit, only good for firewood. Jakai,
Well.
nephew to the innkeeper Benrime Salmin. She's a good woman. Him, I'm not so sure of yet.
All right, I see you're prepared to
Best
let
of
me
luck
through.
on your mission. You couldn't ask for better companions than Liko and Eno.
Thank you.
Do you get seasick?
What?
Oh, I just want to know if you're gonna get all pukey on us, that's all.
I have been on a boat before.
Yeah, but
Then I
Do
don't
you
mind
get
sitting
seasick?
next to you.
We've wasted enough time. We need to leave. I'll tell you about the mission once we're on our way.
After you, Kian.
okay, well, just 3 people on the boat really isn't so bad. It's got 3 seats. All right.
Go on. It probably won't sink.
Yes, yes, and I see I can't click on either of you, so into the boat it is then.
We need to split up. There's much to do, and we don't want to arouse suspicion.
Oh, I forgot to examine
Maybe
my potion.
some instructions first?
I'm hoping your memory is better than the Zid's, Apostle.
I'm supposed to visit someone called the Mole, a code name. This powerful man runs the criminal underworld in Old Town. There's a traitor in their midst. I need to identify this person before he or she can cause more harm.
I don't honestly remember what I'm supposed to be doing, but I felt like maybe it was this.
I'll be looking for a turncoat in Old Town.
Right. Unfortunately, that's all we know. Someone in Old Town spying for the Azadi.
He
Or she.
probably frequents the magic ghetto, but she must be human, or they could not be working with the Azadi.
No, you don't know that for sure.
We also believe they attend National Front meetings. National Fronters are traitors, Azadi collaborators. Their leader, Honor Hilaris, holds regular secret meetings somewhere in the city. That's probably our best chance of identifying the traitor. Sneak into one of those meetings and identify our guy. Girl, woman, person?
Don't get hung up
I'll
so
begin
much
my
on the pronouns.
investigations in the market.
Or whatever gender they're going to be. Just, you can use generic and it's okay, I get the point. I understand it could be a man, it could be a woman. Unlike you, Anu, I am not convinced that it isn't some sort of magical. I think absolutely it's possible that it could be. There might be some that loathe themselves. You don't know this. So I am wide open to any possibility about who it could be.
I'm supposed to visit someone called the Mole, a code name. This powerful man runs the criminal underworld in Old Town. Where can I find this man they call the Mole?
Oh, it's
The
not
Mole's burrow is right here in Shady Quay, Kian.
Right. Yes, Kian, you will find the Mole close by. He is close by, this man who is called the Mole. Who is a human man, obviously.
Anu.
God save us from Zidlings and their lack of subtleties. The Mole operates an underground supply network out of the magic ghetto. We need food, medicine, and arms. And so we need to maintain good relations. Whatever the Mole asks of you, do it. Without questions.
It's time to get started. I'm ready.
You're on your own now. Anu and I have other assignments tonight.
All right.
Once you've identified the turncoat, I'll meet you in the magic market. It's not far from here. Follow this street into Old Town.
Afterwards, we'll meet up at the Cock and
The
Puss.
Rooster and Kitten. It's a tavern on I Reed Avenue, right off the Southgate Market. Ulvik, the publican, is a friend of the Resistance.
I'm sure it's all very confusing right now, Kian, but there are maps everywhere. You can't get lost. Well, you can probably get lost.
I can get
Are
lost.
you going to get lost?
I'll find my way, Anu.
Right, good luck, big guy. Guys, both of you.
Good luck to you as well, Anu.
Goddess, forgive me for this.
Oh no, Dang it, I missed my opportunity to examine it.
That tastes pretty good, to be honest. Unless I make myself noticed, or meet someone who knows me well, I'll remain veiled.
Okie doke. Yep, totally gone. I bungled that. Oh, well. Anything new here? Nope. Oh, the map. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so we are down here at the Shady Quay. So straight ahead, we can get to the Magic Ghetto. What's 3 here? The Magic Market. Petrified Tree over here. Journeyman's Inn way over there. The Bench. The City Green. Southgate's right here. Irate Avenue. And down here's the Marcuria Harbor. Alrighty. So, let's make sure there's nothing off to the side here. Ooh, a bunch of rats right here. Hi, guys. Oh, and it said, what, 3 objectives. The mole, the traitor, optional. Oh, yeah, the promise to Arn Stout. So, we will look for his widow in the bones. Absolutely. What's this say? That I can't quite read that. Oh. And here is
a
the
map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria.
Very nice. So. It looks like we can go here, or maybe this way. So which would I rather? Let's start over here. Who's this fella?
The mole's expecting you. You'll wait your turn in the back. Don't speak unless spoken to. And no funny business. Alright?
Well, clearly this guy is a trained eye, because he was able to see us no problem.
He's not doing a very good job of being inconspicuous. But maybe that's the idea. He's guarding that door. I'm guessing that's where I'll find the mole. He's not doing a very good job of being inconspicuous.
Okay, so mole is over here. So a little off to the side. Let's come back.
Maybe
I would like
that's the
to
idea.
find the widow first, so that I don't accidentally complete the other 2 and potentially miss him. She's in bones, which I know, back and forth, back and forth. And bones is over here, so I gotta go straight a lot and we'll find him. Okay, then this is just circling back to my alternate path up this hill. Now looks like we have a little bit of option. Okay, what's over here to the side? Oh! Sneak. Nice try.
Hey! Hey! Let go! Help!
Help! You tried to steal my purse!
So? You're a Zardi!
So?
That's the worst excuse ever for stealing a purse. You could get your arm chopped off.
So far, so good.
Lucky for you, I'm not a Zardi. Now scram.
How tall are you? You're really tall.
Leave me alone, boy.
You're a lot taller than my dad. Are you sure you're not a Zardi?
Yes.
You look a Zardi. Are you a soldier? Why aren't you in uniform? Are you secret police?
What?
He's
No.
just not scared
Run
at
off
all.
before I lose my patience with you.
You sure look like one of them.
Oh, for the love of the goddess. What's your name, boy?
Kian, you did just say goddess.
Bip.
Yeah.
That shows you as a Zadi.
You should be with your mother,
Goddess talk.
Bip. Not out on your own, thieving. Go home.
Maybe he hasn't got a
Can't.
mother.
Ain't got one.
Well,
I'm sorry. You should still not...
They're not dead or anything. My parents. They were just sent to Kian.
Both of them? Is he on his own? Oh, poor kid. He's a brave little thing. He's foolish. I'm inclined to like him, but he is foolish because here he is. He thinks that we're Azadi, which means that we're an enemy, and instead he's just pestering us with a bunch of questions, even though we're telling him to go. I also have to say, he's been a year in prison. What, are the Azadi prison keepers kind enough that they went ahead and kept shaving his hair? It seems like his hair would have grown a whole lot more by now. And like that would be the kind of thing that could happen. Well, he's got these face tattoos, so that's always going to make it a little tough to try and pretend he's not Azadi. But hair grown out might help at least make it less obvious who he is.
The boy probably has no idea what happens on Kian. I shouldn't be the one to tell him. Kian. That's where the magicals are sent. They don't come back from there. But the boy must know this already.
He probably does.
He must have seen it happening to others.
And he seems old enough that he probably understands. It seems like it's not really a thing we necessarily... I would, personally, if I were in this situation, I just wouldn't really say much about Kian at all. But I'm not going to lie to him, so we're picking truth.
To the prison colony.
Re-education camp. That's what my father said. They probably didn't listen very well in school when they were children. They'll be back when they've been properly re-educated.
No one comes back from the islands. Not magicals.
What do you mean?
I mean...
Are you saying they're going to stay there forever?
Kian, there's a more tactful way to have this conversation. He's very kind of blunt and severe with the way he gives information sometimes. I mean, yeah, we want to be truthful, but this is a topic that's going to upset the kid, because I misjudged a bit, and clearly he doesn't know just what happens on Kian, but we could phrase it better than he is.
The boy can't be more than 10. He doesn't need to know the truth just yet.
Oh, I also misguessed his age. I thought he was a little older.
He's only a boy. But so was I when I became an orphan. No one protected me from the truth.
Okay, we don't need to protect him from the truth, but at the same time, we don't need to be blunt with it either. There's no need to be cruel. Alright, I still feel bad. I still don't want to lie to the child. I just wish that Kian could phrase it a little softer for him.
They're not
with a
coming
bit
back.
of sympathy and compassion.
But why? What will happen to them?
You shouldn't think of such things. Do you have no family here?
Not in Mercuria. They're all in the Southlands. What's going to happen to them?
They will be put to work. That's what the prison camps are for. To keep the magicals away from humans. To segregate them.
Segregate?
To keep magicals apart from humans. Forever.
You're lying.
I am not. Truly.
You're one of them. Why are you here? Are you going to take me and send me to be a
Segregated.
Too?
I'm not one of them.
Well, you sure look and sound like them.
I'm sorry about your parents. But I have things I need to do.
Are you with the Resistance?
Resistance? Well, of course not.
Because I overheard someone saying there's an Azadi in the Resistance now.
This kid.
And if you're Azadi, and you're here, and you have things to do, that sounds an awful lot like you're with the Resistance.
Clever.
Keep your voice down, boy.
Don't worry. Everyone in Old Town supports the Resistance. Most everyone, anyway.
What do you mean by most everyone?
Yeah, who doesn't?
I mean that there are some who don't support the Resistance, some who sneak off to National Front assemblies.
You want to
some
snitch
who
on
rat
who
out
does that?
rebels to the Azadi.
Do you know anyone like that?
No. Well, I don't know their faces, but I know where there's a National Front assembly tonight.
Ooh, where might that be?
What?
Show me where.
I get to go on a mission with you. That's
dangerous.
So incredibly cool.
Oh.
Calm down, boy. I just want you to tell me where it is.
How well do you know the city?
Well, not very.
Right, so I'll show you. Too complicated to tell you.
It's not safe.
For you? No. For me, I leave the ghetto all the time when it's dark. I know where to go, where the guards are posted, their patrol routes, everything.
Still dangerous.
I'm like a rogue, one with the shadows, the Veiled Avenger. I'm an assassin.
But just Show me the way, and then you're coming straight back here.
I'll just stay for a little while.
Straight back. Or I find someone else to take me.
Good luck with that. But fine, I'll come straight back. Are you ready? Can we go now?
Not quite yet.
There's no reason to delay this mission.
There is a
I
mission.
should explore first, and maybe do some of my other tasks.
Exactly.
Will you wait for me here?
Oh man, but we are going, right? Tonight?
We are.
Soon.
Fine, I'll wait.
We're gonna help, and I feel like we should do more for this child as well. I don't... Maybe he could stay in the Enclave, but is that gonna be even more dangerous as well?
The boy reminds me a lot of myself at that age. Orphaned, a street urchin living hand to mouth. Eager to get into all kinds of trouble. It's like looking into a mirror and a generation into the past. Except with a blue face. The boy will need a better name when he grows up.
Why? If his name is Bip, his name is
The boy
Bip.
reminds me a lot of myself at that age. Orphaned, a street urchin living hand to mouth. Eager to get into all kinds of trouble. The Magicals keep their heads high despite the Azadi threat. It's a testament to their resilience. It's hard to shake the feeling that it's wrong for Magicals to be walking around freely. But I'll have to get used to it. I'm fighting for them now. Magicals appear contained to Old Town, even though they're still permitted to move through other parts of the city.
Well, if they're gonna get heckled moving through other parts, it makes sense that they're gonna stay in the places that are generally safer for them.
The Magicals keep their heads high despite the Azadi threat. It's a testament to their resilience.
Oh, and my family is home, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end things here. And then next time... Okay, so we know where the two things we need to do. They're both right here in Old Town. So next time, we're going to see if we can venture out into the bones and find this widow. That's the thing I want to take care of first, before we worry about either of our other objectives.